Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another thrilling episode at Kodiak Vans. Today we're going to be installing 2 back windows and 1 sliding door window from C.R. Lawrence. I'm not sure who the back ones are from, but we got them from RV headquarters. Hopefully we'll leave a link down below. Let's get to it.
Okay, in the shop here we have our windows we've ordered. This big bad boy is our C.R. Lawrence T-vent window, and these are just the covered glass, I guess you'd call it, for the back 2 doors. So they both go on differently. We're gonna get started and cut all the holes first. These are all the pieces we need. Now you can use a jigsaw for what I'm about to do, but we've stepped it up a notch and went with the Ingersoll Rand hand cutter. It's air driven, so if you're working from home building your van, you probably just want to get a jigsaw. It does the same thing. We're gonna be cutting into van 1 here. We're gonna cut this whole opening up from the inside. I'll show you that in a second. And then we're gonna be putting in the 2 windows back here. What we have to do is turn the light on so I don't go dark. We're basically just gonna cut along this line right here. We don't need to do anything fancy. We don't need to do a bunch of taping off or anything like that. It'll be the same on both windows, cutting from the inside. And then similarly on this one, just this tracing across here, cutting all this out, and then that clamp will take care of everything else. On that note, back here on the side window, they do give you this basically clamp that goes on the inside that holds everything down. Now, what we've done to expedite this process of installing is we put the clamp on, we brought it all the way tight so that these 2 ends meet together at the end. We've drilled it, and these should abut each other. I'm trying to do it with one hand so it's not working, but they should abut each other. And when they do, and everything's tight all the way around the edges, we drilled this and we put the 2 screws in. Once we did that, we went ahead and drilled, as you can probably see in here, we drilled every hole inside this little tiny channel, which is where your screws are going to go. They don't go into this piece here. Be careful of that. So pre-drill holes, it makes life easy. Now we drilled them with a very small drill bit, much smaller than the size of the screws that it comes with. So you'll have a nice tight fit all the way around. And we'll get into how to make that tight and waterproof once we get to that process. Anyway, let's get started. We're gonna use the tap bit right here on our screwdriver to get things started. Later on we'll be using, I know you probably don't have one of these laying around the house, but this thing is the bomb! It's an electric caulking gun. They're a little spendy, about 400 bucks, but, and we have 2 of them, because doing this for 5 hours sucks. Anyway, here's our window weld for the back windows. Of course, we've got some cheap window suction cups off of Amazon. They're like 15 bucks. They're worth their weight in gold. If you drop a $200 window, you'll be crying. Razor blade. Oh, and the caulking tip that goes into this window weld, you need to cut a V slot. I don't know if you can see that there, but cut a V slot so that when you're applying the weld, it leaves a nice little arched area to grab all that window. We'll be using some paint bond. I'll try and put all this stuff down in the section below that you can link to Amazon. Some Rust-Oleum paint to cover our exposed metal. A little bit of abrasion to scuff the paint up on the back windows prior to applying the primer. And of course you can get these little cotton balls on Amazon. We got our file for the metal, and of course our cutter as mentioned before. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I'm going to screw up a perfectly good van. We'll start with this one right here. Just big enough to get my bit into. All right. Oh, that feels so horrible. Safety glasses or reading glasses, whatever works. Need more power.
up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight oil. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight oil. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight oil. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
The hole's all cut open. I'm going to file them down. We're gonna get some paint on them. While we're letting that dry, the boy's gonna, Austin, is gonna vacuum all of our particles and everything, but you can see it's a pretty decent cut all the way around. I love that little cutting saw. It goes through blades pretty quick though, so be prepared for that if you want to get one of those on your air compressor. It's probably one blade per cut. I managed to do it with 2 blades, barely. But yeah, so take a look at the back ones. They're all nice and cut open. Still feels wrong. God. Most of you, if you're doing this at home, you're doing your own DIY, you're going to want to use something like a file, just a hand file or whatever. I, however, am going to cheat and use my Milwaukee, not Makita, Milwaukee sander. So hang in there. primer, which I'll show you in a second, to scuff that up. It gives it a little bit of a better bond to the surface paint prior to putting on the window weld in the back windows. So that's what we're doing. This is our 3M primer. I don't know if you can see that or not. Stuff's expensive. It's about 35 bucks a little bottle like this, but it's what you need. Okay, so Austin's painting the back port here, getting all of our Stolium in fashionable satin white to go with your outfit. And I am going to put on this window edge guard or door edge guard. It's approximately 1/4 inch, but what it'll do is give the more of a finished appearance in the back of the van, because you won't see any of the metal from the glass covering everything, because the glass covers this whole entire area all the way to the edge and then straight down. So you won't see any of this stuff on the side. So, but from the inside coming out, hello, you'll see this edge. So we're going to put that door jam guard stuff on here, just to kind of make it look a little finished from the inside. Hey buddy. Hi. Okay, we got the trim around the driver's side rear door. As you can see, we cut it. There's these big bumps here, the structural supports. We cut it so that it went around here. And what we'll do is we'll take our primer and just cover all this up so that it's all the same. You're not going to see it anyway because that portion of the window is blacked out. So you don't see any of this body of the van. But we'll do it just so that all this is the same color, basically, just in case there is some visible glass right there. So Austin's going ahead and he started on the other one here. We'll get back to you shortly when we're ready to hang them. Okay, other than cleaning, it's all done. Turned out real good. Nice and tight all in here. It is completely flush on the inside. It cannot be sucked in anymore. So it is going to be watertight. And we are ready for the back windows now. We've got our corner guard all in there, so it looks nice from the inside. We've got all of our primer. We got all of our primer in there. So that's all done. I have prepared for this one. I've got the windows all nice and clean, ready to go. So we're gonna get some window weld done. I'm gonna hand the camera off to Austin so he can film all this fun stuff. We've got our V cut on here. Stop it. Get out of my face, man. So when you do this, you want to have your V going away from where you're going to be applying it. I've got this set to 2, so we don't have too much coming out. Let's go ahead and start right here. There she comes. Okay. How about we set that to 3 or 4? Let's get a little speed action. There we go. All the way. Can you step back a little, please? The camera.